Yep, what's going on, guys? Today's video is going to be showcasing the top 5 loadouts in Warzone ranked. If you guys are not up to speed, Warzone 2 has just released a ranked playlist about 6 days ago. With that being said, we have put in copious hours both playing and watching other streamers play, and these are going to be the top 5 loadouts that you're going to see in ranked, and you're definitely going to want to throw on yourself. So without further ado, let's go and hop into number 1. Alrighty, guys, so the head honcho loadout that pretty much 90% of streamers and creators are going to be using in ranked right now is going to be the ISO Hemlock and the fast MP5. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to build it. Alrighty, guys, for the magazine, you're going to want to go ahead and throw on that 45 round magazine, which is going to be the best in slot, give you 15 extra bullets. For our underbarrel, we're going to throw on the F-Tac Ripper. We're going to want to tune this up for recoil stabilization and for aiming idle stability. For our muzzle, we're going to throw on Harbinger. You're going to want to go ahead and tune that for recoil smoothness and for bullet velocity. For our barrel, we're going to go ahead and tune this up for damage range and for recoil steadiness. And then last but not least, we have aim OP4. The optic's always going to be up to you guys, but the aim OP4 is definitely the most common that you're going to see most people use. Go ahead and have that tuned up for ADS and for close. And just a reminder, if you guys are wondering how to use tuned guns in ranked, you're going to have to go into Battle Royale playlist, make your class, go ahead and go to your class. Once it's done, hit the L2, or if you're on PC, just go and save custom mod, name it, save weapon, and then make sure you are selecting that when you are in the pregame lobby or just in the ranked menu. Alrighty, guys, the number 1 SMG in ranked right now is the MP5. We're gonna go ahead and throw on 40 round mag, overpressured, Falcon, BLK laser, and mirror recoil factory stock. For ammunition, we're gonna be using the 9mm overpressure. We're gonna tune that for damage range and for bullet velocity. For our barrel, we're gonna use the L38 Falcon 226mm. We're gonna tune that for aim walking speed and for ADS. For our laser, we're gonna throw on VLK laser 7mW. We're gonna go ahead and have sprint to fire and aim down sight tuned. And finally, we're gonna have our stock, the mirror recoil factory stock. We're gonna tune that for aim walking speed and for aim down sight. All right, so this is gonna be the head honcho loadout. You're gonna want to run rock lethals, tactical smoke grenades, and for our perk package, we're going to be using double time overkill, and you definitely want to throw on ghost, because if a good squad has you on their UAV ping, you're going to get flown out by 3 demons and you're not going to have a good time. Fast hands or resupply is interchangeable depending on your playstyle. Alrighty, guys, hopping into loadout number 2, we got the Lockman 5.56 and the MP7. With the Lockman, we're going to go ahead and have a 60 round magazine. For our underbarrel, we're going to have F-Tac Ripper, and we're going to tune that for recoil stabilization and for aiming idle stability. For our muzzle, we're going to have the Harbinger D20. We're going to tune that for recoil smoothness and for bullet velocity. For our barrel, we're going to have the Lockman Wrap Barrel. We're going to tune that for recoil steadiness and for aim down sight speed. And for our optic, we're going to have the AIMO PV4. We're going to go ahead and tune that for aim down sight and for close. Overall, this Lockman is a really good replacement for the ISO. It actually does kill faster, it's just slightly harder to control. It's just going to have a little bit more recoil and a little bit less damage range. And for our secondary, we have the Vel 46. For our underbarrel, we're going to go ahead and have F-Tac Ripper. We're going to tune that for aim down sight and for aim walking speed. For our barrel, we're going to have the Tango 228 barrel. We're going to tune that slightly for recoil steadiness and for aim down sight speed. For our laser, we're going to have the VLK laser. We're going to tune that for sprint to fire and for aim down sight speed. For our stock, we're going to have the Demo RXT stock. We're going to tune that for aim walking speed and of course ADS speed. You're seeing a pattern. And last but not least, we're going to have that ZLR combat grip, which is actually a relatively new attachment, and we're going to go ahead and tune that for sprint to fire and for recoil steadiness. This is a really solid replacement for the MP5 if you're just not feeling the Lockman. Alrighty, guys, loadout number 3, we're going to have the RAL with the BAS-P. The RAL is actually the fastest killing gun in the game, and the BAS-P caught an insane buff in season 3.5. Here's our RAL loadout and attachments. And for the tunings on the underbarrel, we're going to go with the SA side grip. We're going to tune that for aim down sight speed and for aiming idle stability. For our muzzle, we're going to have F-Tac Reaper and tune that for recoil smoothness and for bullet velocity. For our rear grip, we're going to have SIP 40 grip, and we're going to tune that for recoil steadiness and for aiming idle stability. And last but not least, for the optic, we're going to go and have that aim OP tuned up for aim down sight speed and for close. This bad boy is the fastest killing gun in the game currently, and it shoots very, very straight. The only drawback is the extremely long reload time, which is why not too many top 250 Warzone ranked players are using this. Regardless, if you get in a gunfight with any other gun in the game and you guys both shoot at the same time, you'll be sending the homie over to the gulag. Alrighty, guys, the BAS-P definitely got the most buffed up in season 3.5. These are going to be our attachments. For our rear grip, we're going to use the Bruin Flash Grip. We're going to tune that for aim down sight speed and for sprint to fire. For our magazine, we're going to have 50. For our ammunition, we're going to have the 9mm overpressure. We're going to tune that for damage range and for bullet velocity. For our muzzle, we're going to have the Bruin Pendulum. We're going to tune that for aim down sight speed and for gun kick control. And for our laser, we're going to go ahead and have VLK laser. We're going to tune that for sprint to fire speed and for aim down sight speed. Overall, this gun had the most substantial changes of any gun in the game currently in season 3.5, and it's definitely worth giving it a try. Just see if you like it. Alrighty, guys, loadout number 4 is actually a super underrated loadout that I think we're going to be seeing a lot more players use once they realize just how fast this gun kills in comparison to the ISO. Head to head, the Cronin is going to gun the ISO almost every time except for super long ranges, and I am starting to see a lot more players like Aiden and FIFA Kill using this exact build. So here are the attachments for the Cronin build. And let's get directly into the tunings. For the underbarrel, we're going to use F-Tac Ripper. We're going to tune that for recoil stability and for aiming idle stability. For our muzzle, we're going to use the Sock and Thread 40. We're going to tune that for recoil stabilization and for aiming idle stability. For our barrel, we're going to use the HR 6.8 barrel. We're going to tune that for recoil steadiness and for aim down sight speed. And for that optic, we're going to use our Aim OP4. We're going to tune that for aim down sight speed and for close. This gun head-to-head is beating out just about every single gun in the game besides the Ral, and it also does have that assault rifle mobility, which is why I think you're going to see a lot more of this Chrono in the weeks to come. Definitely give this thing a try. Alrighty guys, for a second here, we're going to be using the Vaznav. This thing did catch a pretty girthy nerf. The damage range has gotten kind of pummeled, but regardless, it's still an absolute laser beam and a solid choice. The attachments are as shown, and let's hop directly into the tunings. For our muzzle, we're going to rock the Spiral 3.5 flash hider. We're going to tune that for recoil smoothness and for gun kick control. For our laser, we're going to use the FSS OLE laser, and we're going to tune that for sprint to fire and for aim down sight speed. For our stock, we're going to have broadside FCT, and we're going to tune that for aim down sight speed and for aim walking speed. For our rear grip, we're going to have the True Tac grip, and we're going to go ahead and have that tuned for aim walking speed and for sprint to fire speed. And of course, 45 round mag. This gun is still a very viable option, but like I said before, it is going to struggle at that medium range. But regardless, whichever gun you're going to be hitting the most shots with is probably the gun you're going to want to use. And this gun does a very good job at helping you hit shots with its very manageable recoil and solid aim down sight. And our final loadout is going to be the M4 and the PDW. I think these are the two most overlooked guns in the game right now currently. The M4 actually did not catch any nerf whatsoever, and it was already extremely solid before, so I think it's actually a very viable option. So let's go ahead and hop into that build. The attachments are as shown. Let's hop directly into those tunings. For our underbarrel, we rock the F-Tac Ripper, and we're going to tune that for recoil stabilization and for aiming idle stability. For our muzzle, we're going to run the Harbinger D20, and we're going to tune that for recoil smoothness and for bullet velocity. For our barrel, we're going to use the Hightower 20-inch barrel and tune that for recoil steadiness and for aim down sight speed. And for our optic, we're going to go ahead and have that Aim OP4 max tuned for aim down sight speed and closeness of your liking. 60 mag is also really interchangeable with 45 depending on the playlist you are playing. You're not going to get penalized too much for the larger mag size, but if you want to save about 10 milliseconds of ADS, you could always opt for the 45. Overall, I think this is the biggest sleeper pick on this list. This gun is very solid with a great ADS time and very manageable recoil control. Last but not least, guys, we have the PDSW, which in my opinion is also one of the biggest sleeper pick SMGs as well. It has a slightly slower TK than the other subs on this list, but has a really solid strafe and a 50 round magazine. Let's go ahead and hop directly into the loadout. Alrighty guys, the attachments are as shown. Let's see the tunings. For our barrel, we have the F-Tac series 14.5 inch. We're going to tune that for aim down sight and for recoil steadiness. For our laser, we have the VLK 7 milliwatt. We're going to tune that for sprint to fire and for aiming idle stability. For our stock, we have the hollow extended stock. We're going to tune that max ADS and for aim walking speed. For our rear grip, we have the Bruin Q900 grip. We're going to tune that for recoil steadiness and for sprint to fire speed. And last but not least, we have the GR33 light rail. We're going to tune that for max sprint speed and for max sprint to fire speed. Alrighty guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Over 100 hours of watching streams and playing the game went into making this list over the last week. So I'd greatly appreciate if you guys to drop a like and subscribe for more. And as always, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.